Well, there we go. Everything all hung up. Hello there. Welcome to the Drifting Spore. I'm Steve. It's the Great Confluence solo overnighter drift. That's what this is. I got all day today. I got tomorrow, and I'm out. I'm gonna set up camp here and have myself a good bit of time where two brooks meet. Lovely. Lots of things on the agenda for today, but we'll see how it plays out. No expectations. That's how I roll. So, pretty happy. I got my trying out my Franken pack here. It was just a duffel bag, huge duffel bag. I learned early on that you can't really carry everything you need for an overnighter in a small pack. So, I had this huge duffel bag, and I've put all my stuff in it. And even though I put all my stuff in it, I still needed my haversack as well. So, yeah, it's a lot of stuff to carry, but it worked out well. And a friend gave me this here chest strap, this strap. It's just a pinch strap, and I was using that to hold as a chest strap, which worked great, keeping the pack nice and stable on my back. But then when I got here, I realized I could also use it as a quick and easy way. I usually use paracord to hang my pack up. I don't need it when I get this. I take this off my chest, hang my pack up. It doesn't have to touch the ground at all. So that's cool. I really like that. So anyway, I get camp to set up. I'm right underneath a huge birch tree. I measured this birch tree the other day, and it's just under 10 feet in diameter. It's huge, it's ancient, and I am ever so grateful I get to spend some time here with this tree. All right, let's start getting set up. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoy. Okay, there we go. That is my accommodation set up. Let's have a look inside. This is just an old tent somebody gave me that they weren't using, which I gladly accepted. A bit of dirt in here. Let's get in and have a feel around. Quite a bit of dirt in here. That's okay. We'll shake her out. Lovely. feeling around. There's a couple sticks underneath me. Nothing major. My sleeping pad should take care of all that. Beautiful. Oh, I like this tree's here to help me get out too. Oh, perfect. So there we have that. I'm gonna open up the screen. As far as that opens. There, that's better. There, that's better. Okay. My mints keep falling out. So, now that we get that done, let's think about sleep system. So, I'm going to get the sleeping pad out and get it set up. Okay, there we go. My pitch is complete. I'm really happy with it. Seems comfier than the last pitch. I haven't been out for an overnighter since spring. And it was early spring, right after snow left. It's the last time I got out. So it's the last couple days of August right now. So it's time to get back in the woods. So next steps, now that I'm pretty well organized, everything's done that needs done right now, I think I'm gonna set up my good old bushcraft chair that I made myself. This is just made out of, it was a repurposed canvas deck chair, like a boat deck chair. And I repurposed it into my bushcraft chair. And last time I was here in the spring, I had 3 poles cut. I'm going to see if I can reuse those to get this set up. And then we'll start thinking about next steps. Okay. Take some time to flatten some of this. Here's my 3 poles. Let's see if I can make this happen. And of course, we're right on the brook, right? So I definitely brought a fishing pole. But I brought an experimental fishing pole because you know what I'm like. So I've got a collapsible, extendable, telescopic fishing rod, and I've rigged it for fly fishing. So kind of tenkara style. With a tenkara rod, you wouldn't have a reel. But I thought, like, why not have the reel? The reel will go on that rod, so why not just use it? So I did. I haven't ever caught anything with it yet, but it's in my haversack. And that's the other thing I really like about it. It's small enough to go right in my haversack. Okay, let's get this tight. I've had good luck with this chair, and I've had really bad luck with this chair. So we'll see how this goes. This wrap as tight as I can to make my tripod. I'm just gonna flick that down through here, tighten that up, do it again. Put it through, kind of in like a, I don't know if you call that a half hitch or what. There we go. Now you just spread this guy out like so. Definitely been put down on the ground with this chair in the past, so I want to be careful here where I'm putting it. But I like it because the paracord that I used to, I don't like that gap over there. Paracord I used to put my tripod together, it's the same paracord I used to hold the chair all together. Okay, here we go. Please don't fall in the brook. It's holding. I'm just sinking. So far, so good. Not tippy. Yeah, perfect. A little slug on me. Sinking into this gravel, but other than that, it's all right. Try it again. Yeah, this time it wants to go that way on me. There we go. That's perfect. Okay, we got our chair. Just found a strange rock. Very cool. Okay, so that's our chair set up. I'm just going to move it out of the way here for now. So on the way in, I saw some cut logs back up the trail a ways. I might go grab a couple of those to give me a nice work surface. And maybe see if I can score some wood anywhere here. Because I do plan on checking after 2 p.m. in Nova Scotia. We have to check up until October 15th. We have to check and make sure we're allowed to burn. So I'd like to have a nice little campfire. I brought my fire pit with me. So yeah, I'm going to go gather up some materials and I'll get back to you in a little bit. Okay, so as usual, it seems nature has provided even better than what I could bring. So I've got 2 of these logs here that were up the trail, and I've got my kneeling pad. Well, you can't ask for much better than that. That's perfect. My bushcraft chair is great, but I mean, this is just great. So I brought 2 of these, so I'll have this for, I can put my fire pit on or my stove when I'm cooking supper. The universe provides, man. Nature provides. Cool. So let's put that bushcraft chair away. I don't need it. Although it does look pretty comfy. There we go. I'll put these poles back here in case I need them for something else. I can put my bushcraft chair away. I mean, I could use that one as a seat too, and that one as my workstation. Either way. There we go. bushcraft chair packed up. I'll put him back in the pack. Okay. Now, like I say, I'm gonna have a fire later, and I'm probably gonna cook my supper over fire. So I'm gonna cruise around and see if I can find any sticks and fuel that I'm gonna need. I'm liking the look of this whole setup. I might use that one as my cook station or my workstation. We'll see. Either way, I'll put this up here so it doesn't blow in the brook and float away. Right on. I'm gonna go look for some fuel for the fire. Catch us in a few. Okay, just got an armload of wood brought back to the site. And I was just looking around, catching my breath, and I noticed these. Look at these very interesting mushrooms. How cool is that? That's pretty cool. I don't recognize these ones, but they're pretty cool. I'll get a couple pictures of them. That's a big old birch branch. Look at these ones, the way the sun's hitting those. Isn't that nice? Wow. Try to get their stems in a picture. There we go. Very nice. Very nice to meet you. Right behind my tent. Lovely. Okay. So, I got a good size armload of wood. And I'm going to get to work processing it. Seeing what I can do with it. It's all softwood. I got some splitting to do, and I got some cutting to do. Let's see how it goes. Okay. Let's give this a try. So, I didn't bring a hatchet or anything, so I'm going to use my knife. And I'm going to try to baton some of this stuff. Okay, let's give this a try. Now, batoning is certainly a bushcraft skill, but not one I've practiced very much, so see how it goes. Well, that was pretty good. Nothing wrong with that. Let's quarter it again. This is pretty cool. So, for me, the reason why you would want to baton wood is so that you don't have to carry a hatchet. And as far as I can tell right now, I certainly don't need a hatchet. I've got my saw. Oh, that one's getting a little weird. There we go. There's a knot in this one. Still, the QSP just blows right through those knots. No problem. Very nice. I like that. I'm just going to leave my wood there for a minute. And now I've got a whole bunch more to do. So I'll get some more of this done and I'll bring you back. Okay, cicada's going off. So that pretty well concludes saw, baton, repeat. Got lots of wood now. I'm still gonna go out in a bit and see if I can get any long dry sticks just for a bit of added fuel, but that went pretty well. Pretty much my first time really batoning that much wood, but I mean, it worked. I'm not saying I'm completely convinced that I wouldn't want to carry a hatchet just because of the limitation. You're limited by the length of your blade. And I got into one piece that was just a little bit too, diameter was too great for my blade. So had I had a hatchet here today, I would have been able to split that, no problem. I'm just stacking my wood up nice. It's been so wet in Nova Scotia that everything is very wet. This is softwood though, so I'm hoping I can make it burn later on. And it's supposed to be nice and sunny today. So hopefully some air will get around this, let it dry out a little bit. If not, I did bring my methyl hydrate stove, so one way or the other I'll eat. I'll have supper, and I'll have a cup of tea or something, but let's hope that we can get a fire going. It's always nice to have a fire. All right. Yeah, I'm just going to clean up around here a bit, and we'll think about what we're going to do next. Probably go look for some longer sticks, maybe. Anyway, cleanup time. Okay, things have quieted down here now for a bit. So let's take a few minutes and have a few flicks, see what happens. So like I was saying, I've checked out tenkara fishing, and a lot of times they'll have a telescopic rod just on a piece of wood, and they don't bother with a reel doing tenkara. But I thought, I had a telescopic rod, so I thought, why not bother with the reel? Why not have the reel if you can have it? So I got my reel. Let's see what happens. Okay, so I got my wood processed. I've had a few flicks with my telescopic rod. No rises. I would see fish if they were there. I'm just watching the brook. I haven't seen nothing in this hole. So it's coming on noon, around 11:15. So I'm gonna go for a little scout around, see if maybe I can bump into some lunch somewhere. So let's go for a scout, see what we can see. I'll bring you back when I see something interesting. Right on. So I've wandered upstream a bit, just crossed the brook. I see these guys, the great big lactarius. They've been on the go for a couple weeks now. But then I saw this guy. Couple of this guys. Nice bolete here. Not sure which one that is. Oh, a little squirrel hole right there too. Hello. Nice bolete though. And up here. Oh wow. That's another, I think that's a lactarius there. It's a bit thick getting in there. See other mushrooms covered in mold. Let's work our way. Why does this seem so much thicker than the last time I was here? Let's go this way. I'll keep looking. See what we see. Where are these guys? They look like a maize gill, maybe? Can't tell if there's gills under them or not. There's a lot of them coming though, whatever they are. So I was over here yesterday for a look and scouting. So I was kind of looking for campsites. I wasn't committed to camping at the Great Confluence. And so I was over here looking, seeing if there was anywhere to camp. And I found something really cool that I'm hoping to find again today. But we'll see. I remember seeing these guys here, these two amanitas. Seeing lots and lots of this coral stuff this year, which is really cool. I've never seen it before. It's actually tubes. Huh. And these two I saw yesterday and got pictures of. One of them's all chewed up now. White on white mushrooms. You should probably, for me, that's just white gills on a white mushroom. Stay the heck away from that. Okay, I'm going to keep moving, see if I can find what I found yesterday. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm in the right neighborhood now. Check that guy out. It's a very nice yellow amanita. Very close. Very close to this very special mushroom. And I told a friend that I saw this mushroom yesterday. And they said, was there any more than that piece you saw? And I said, I forgot to even look around. So let's look at this specimen over here. Then we'll look around and see if there is any more around. I didn't even check the log it was on, to be honest. There he is. Honestly, it looks bigger today than yesterday. Excuse me. Oh, almost hit it. That would have sucked. And there it is. You can see the black dots on the end of the tendrils. Amazing. Now that is not big. Here's my hand for reference. Yesterday I was saying it was about as big as my thumb. So he's a little bit bigger than that now. Amazing. Let's see if I can get a couple good pictures of him. This is bear's head tooth, Hericium americanum. Very cool. One of those super, super mushrooms. It's closely related to lion's mane, I think. And I've eaten lion's mane, and it was the most delicious mushroom I've ever eaten. I grew it myself. So now, that's beautiful. I am really, really privileged to just be spending time with this mushroom and studying it and looking at it. Very cool. Okay, so now let's look closely around and see if there's any more. Very good to see you. Hericium americanum. I gotta step away and there's this cool little thing right here. I was almost stepping on him. No idea what that is. Great big bulb at his base. Very cool. Okay, looking around. Nope, I've looked all around. I'm not seeing any more of that bear's head tooth. The tree that it came off of was a hardwood tree, or that it's growing on. Even though it's a bunch of softwood here now, it's the older forest is hardwood, deciduous. So that's what the bear's head tooth is growing on. There's more of that log here, that tree. There's no more bear's head tooth on it. So that's the only specimen there. I'm really, really honored to have found this thing. I've only been really deep into mushrooms for about 3 years. Reading, learning everything I can when I can. And I never would have thought that I was going to find this guy out in the woods. So, super awesome. Anyway, it's mosquito-y in here. So I'm going to head out of this side and go see what's up. What's next? Well, blackberries are coming on right. That one's not quite ready, I don't think. That one is. Oh yeah, that one was good. There's not many big ones on this bush. Let's try the other side. I'd say somebody's been into this bush. That's pretty well picked. Well, sir, I don't see very many in there. All these guys aren't even worth eating. Huh. I'm gonna go check another one. There we go. I found a patch. Mr. Black Bear didn't. I found with blackberries, oh, one fell off. I give them a little tug. If they don't come right off, I don't want them. Very nice. This will serve as a nice little lunch. Hunter-gatherer style. Perfect. Okay, so I'm back at Confluence Camp, let's call it. Man, it's lovely. What a lovely lunch date I had with the blackberry bush. That was great. A couple handfuls of blackberries. Man, that's all I need. Till supper time anyway. Just little branches in the way. So, yeah, it's only like 12:35 in the afternoon. So I got hours to just chill. And that's what I'm going to do. I came here to relax, rest, recharge, just watch. Just watch and witness. That's my one of my things, man. Just watch and witness. Don't have to do anything else. stuff. I'm going to get busy doing that. I'm going to get busy doing nothing. And I'll probably do some puttering around. Maybe in a bit we'll show you everything I brought. Maybe not. I didn't bring all that much stuff. I can maybe just describe to you what I brought. We'll see. You'll see it all as we go anyway. Right on. It's chillin' time. Awesome. Very awesome. Oh, that's the other thing we saw. The bear's head tooth. Right on. So as you can see, I've put the bushcraft chair back together. My homemade bushcraft chair. And I'll show you why. Sitting on a log is super convenient and awesome when it's available to you. And I've got my pad to make it comfortable. But I mean, I've discovered a certain level of comfort right here. That is just, oh, with the tree behind you to support your back. Oh man, this is groovy. This is how I'm going to spend the next hour, I would say. I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to watch the brook flow by. Watch the two brooks meet. Watch them continue on as one. Listen to the birds. This is it. This is what it's all about. Chickadee up there. Hello. I see you. Come down and say hello. I see you up there. Whole bunch of chickadees just showed up. I don't know if a trout would be brave enough to grab that old orange bug. Seen them bite sillier things. The end of that drift's probably out of range for you guys. Okay, let's start thinking about supper. What are we gonna do? Oh, mosquito. First thing I'm gonna do is put on more fly dope, I guess. I haven't had to use much fly dope today, but I don't mind. I'll put on a little more. I'll get some fly dope on the go and we'll start picking away at doing something, doing stuff. Oh, where is my fly dope? There's my fly dope. There we go. Protected again. Honestly, the flies have not been that bad today. Not at all. For the end of August, and it being as wet as it has been all summer, mosquitoes have been few and far between, which is a welcome thing. Okay, what are we going to do next? I can set up, maybe let's set up a ridge line. So I'm going to want to set up a ridge line here between two of these trees to hang my light off of. So let's have a look at doing that maybe. I maybe reposition you guys while we do this. Hanging a ridge line. Let's see, I'm pretty sure I brought something. I'm not going to need a super long one, but I do think it'll have to be longer than this. Yeah, for sure. So I got short, medium long, and crazy long, it appears. I just got that hanged up in my bag. Just going to dole that right out. Now, neither end has a loop in it, so I'm going to put a loop in it. Loop in one end. Perfect. And I'm going to want this high enough that I'm not going to walk into it. Yeah. Which one is the one? Why are you stuck on that? Okay. Let's run this over to here. Get up. Get up. Oh, spider web. Excuse me. I just got under the spider web. Okay. I should have maybe cleaned up this spot a little bit first. There's a lot of branches and crap in the way. That's okay. So now, let me see if I can do this. The ridgeline trick that I see. There we go. I think I've done it. Okay, this branch has got a lot of there. Oh, that branch was causing me trouble. There we go. Now that's got a ridge line up for me. It's not very tight. Let's see if we can get it tighter. There we go. That's pretty good there. Cleaned up a couple more little branches. I'm just gonna go ahead and hank my paracord. I don't know, you probably can't see me past that big blue bag, eh? Let me bring you up here. Okay, now we got a ridgeline up. I managed to do the ridgeline trick that I've seen others do so well. Now I'm gonna hank my paracord so that it's all tidy. So I don't want it just hanging out here and being everywhere. I'm not entirely sure how I'm, there we go. Doing this like this. I'm going like this. I'm going to pull this like this. And then with this and this, I'm just going to kind of roll this up. And I don't know if I'm talking like I have any idea what I'm doing, but I'm just winging this. I don't know what I'm doing. I just want this to be nice and neat and up out of the way. And I'm just going to tuck that through, give it a little pull. There we go. Now, when ready, that should come right off, no problemo. Now, the reason I did that is because I brought my light. Now, this is just a legit, just a dollar store light, $3 light. It's a pull-out light. It's got little arms on them, pulls out, lights up. Easy, nothing to it. So what I like to do with this is put my paracord around it, get a loop in the end, now hopefully this will work. Now put it, oh yeah, that's gonna work perfect. Now I can just put that on my ridge line. It's not too low. And then at night, I'll be able to light up my camp. Cool. That'll just slide on there wherever I want it. Right? Maybe I'd put it here so that I don't walk into it. Put it back here. I put fresh batteries in this last night, so he should be good to go. Hours and hours of enjoyment. There we go. We got our light up. Something else I'll show you while we're here, since we're kind of having fun now. I brought this. I brought my trail cam. So I'm going to find a good place to put this for the night. So when we tuck in, we'll be able to see if anything comes into the Confluence camp while we're sleeping. So that's cool. That's something I've had for a while. Just never thought to bring it out on drifts. So we'll find a spot to put that up and put him up. And then maybe we'll look into supper. I might put him way back there. This thing's range is like 60 feet, I think. Okay. Let's look into doing that. Kind of facing straight out towards us, so that if anything walks in front of the tent, we should see it. It appears I'm missing some parts to this. I'm just going to tie it on here because the clip that's supposed to be on it seems to be gone. Oh no, I see how it works. I'm not very smart sometimes. It's not my first time using this either. Wow. It's been more than a couple days since I used my trail cam, so I forget how it works completely. So this is a pinch strap. So throw this on the ground in front of the tree. The old pinch strap. So then you shove this, oh, I gotta get this around the tree. Then shove it through. Then tighten it up. Now we're on to something. Are we? Did I? No, I did it wrong again. Holy. Gotta go this way. I really do use this trail camera in hunting season. I'm amazed how difficult it's being. Okay, almost there. There we go. I got you this time. Clip that on there. That's going to hang just like that. And I can wrap this around. And now, if we remember to turn it on before bed, last thing we do maybe, turn on the trail cam, and we'll see if anybody visits our camp through the night. How does that look? Yeah, that's looking straight out here. That looks like that'll work. So I didn't realize, well, I should have realized, my wood was all cut a little bit too long to fit in the stove, into my Ohuhu stove. So I sawed a few sticks in half that I already had cut, and now I'm batoning them. Almost done. So that I'll have lots of wood ready once I start cooking to be able to finish. So I got a little pile down there and a bunch right here. Now, my beaten stick, I don't need that anymore. Let's take this wood out of here and put it all in my little pile. This part of my supper doesn't really need cooked, but part of it certainly does. I could run that stove just like that, but I prefer to have it inside my metal dish. So, now I've got, don't need that on right away. Got my homemade fire starters here. Made up a few before I left home. And they are just wax paper, a cotton ball soaked in Vaseline with rolled up in wax paper, and I use a tiny piece of Gorilla Tape to hold it all together. So I just take and fluff that out some, right? Get it nice and fluffy. Then try to find somewhere in the center that isn't too tight. Poke that down inside of, just like that. And let's bring you in nice and close and show you, see if I can get this lit. Okay, let me see. So, what do I need? Once that gets lit, it's going to have to burn for a few minutes, so I should have time to get my pan and stuff. So, once this is up and running, I'm going to start cooking right away, because I don't want to waste heat that's coming from the stove. Now, this is my big old ferrocerium rod I got for my birthday. I put a little cobra weave tag end on them so I can hold them. I find I kind of hold them like this sometimes. I want to. I don't know. Hopefully my knife will throw a spark. Oh yeah, he will. There we go. Now the other hopefully that'll light this stove. Everything's been so wet in Nova Scotia. If that doesn't work, I've got some Old Faithful zip fire starters too. Come on. Oh no, that's going out. Don't go out. Come on. Oh, the smoke tells me it went out. Wow. Let's pull them up here and try that again. Let's pull more cotton out this time. A lot more. I think it was the cotton rolled up too tight, maybe? So. Let's try this again. that way is not the best way because it keeps leaping out of my hand. See? Okay. There we go. Now, come on. I got a whole lot of these fire starters, so we'll get it eventually. This is looking better. It's got to get that wax paper burning, though. Come on. Man, how very weird. I don't know what's going on with that. Usually that works really well. Let's try one more time. The struggles. Maybe because the wax paper was down inside the wood too far, not getting enough air to burn. Maybe. Come on now, baby. You got this time. I think we got it this time. And if not, we'll put the old zip fire starter to it. That'll get it going. So I'm going to go get my pan. I got my fire kit all back together. And we'll get cooking. I'm just waiting on this stove to take there now. Everything's so wet. I think it's going to work. Yeah, it might. Hopefully it works. If not, well, I brought the methyl hydrate stove with me too, so if this doesn't work, then I'll crank up the methyl hydrate stove and get supper going. Come on, baby. Don't let me down. Yeah, it looks like it's going to burn there now. Good stuff. Okay, things are looking up here now. I'm hearing crackling going on, so that's great news. Got my fork down in the dirt, which I do plan on eating with. There we go. Now, that's still not going really well though, but I might be able to get started. So I got my pan. Having the pan on there might help actually, I don't know. Ooh, that's too full. I'm just going to put a bunch of water in here. See how level that is. Oh, that's not bad for level. I'll take that. And I need a little more maybe. Like I say, I got more water. Not worried about how much water I use. I brought lots. And the real question is the stove gonna go? Come on, baby. It's not really burning that wood. The wood is so wet. I'm gonna have to take every bit of heat I can get out of it, I think. I thought by splitting all that wood, it was down wood that looked dry. I thought by splitting it all out, I was making it so that it would actually dry out during the day. I left it all stacked up there all day. It's still got a lot of moisture in it. So, like I say, we'll mess around with this for a bit. If it doesn't work, or doesn't look like it's going to work, we're switching out and getting the alcohol stove on the go. because I'm pretty confident it will work. I just wanted to have a nice fire. And once I get the fire pit out and have a nice little campfire here, that should be different. It'll be building a big enough fire in that I should be able to keep that going. But we'll see. Maybe not. Okay, I can't say that we got the fire in this stove because what you're seeing there is a zip fire starter burning. Man, the wood is so wet. Everything is so wet. This has been the toughest time I've had in a long time getting a fire in this Ohuhu stove. I don't think it's ever been so bad. Oh, look, there's a bunch of crap in my liquid. So I just got some noodles. Should probably find my flavor pack before I go dumping that in. There's my flavor pack. There's a few chunks in there. That's all right. I am not against my little zip thing cooking my supper. Because if it burns out, then I'm left with, I'm tearing this apart and getting the alcohol stove out, getting the methyl hydrate stove out, and getting me some supper, because I'm getting hungry. Stay tuned. Okay, I think I'm finally cooking now. Seems like, yeah, I got some steam going on in there. My noodles are starting to soften up. Lovely. Let's get our flavor pack in there. It's vegetable flavor. Get that flavor all mixed up in there, right? Nice. Oh yeah. Man, the stove is struggling. Wow. It's got a nice bunch of red ash in it now. It just frig. Hopefully that brings it to flame. Now burn. I'm hungry. Please burn. I'm pretty sure what heat. There we go. Looks like we got something on the go now. It's not gasifying or anything yet, that's for sure, but it's hot enough it made my noodles soft, so that's a start. We're getting there. Man, it is a beautiful evening. I want to get supper over so I can move on to fire pit and a cup of tea. Hopefully I can get the stove going well enough for a cup of tea. If not, I'm going to definitely use the methyl hydrate stove for that. Okay, I've tried and tried. I cannot get this stove to burn right. Not well enough to actually cook my supper, so cutting my losses here. I'm going to dump the contents of this stove into my fire pit, which I don't know if you can see or not. Here. All that stuff that would not burn, it can come out. It's going to be fine right there for now. Now I'm going to get my methyl hydrate stove and get supper on the go. You watch that bunch of sticks take off burning now that they're out of that Ohuhu stove. Ridiculous. It was so hard. I just let that Ohuhu stove cool for a second before I put the methyl hydrate stove in it. we're gonna go cooking now. Okay, that Ohuhu stove should be cool enough now that I can get the methyl hydrate stove into it. Oh, what a torment. Oh well. Now, come out of there. More trouble? No. Now, I'm going to try first inverting the bowl on the Ohuhu stove. This is my Looney stove that we tested just the other day. I'll get my Looney out of him. Now, if I can put that like that, and that like that, not quite, eh? Well, it works. What will I do? Okay. Trial and error. Let's put this like this. Okay. And this in here like this. That's going to be very deep and hard to deal with. I have an idea. I kind of thought about this the other day. Completely different configuration. Do that as a windscreen. That like that. And the top on like that. I think that will work pretty good. And then if I have to, I can always put this ring on as well and stack it if it's getting too hot to kind of slow it down. Okay, I think this will work. So let's get that alcohol stove going first and foremost. I'm getting hungry. It's like 5:30 now or later. I don't even know. I don't need my crossbars yet. I will need them if I get into making a cup of tea. I should clean this out, I guess. Okay. We are all done goofing around. Ooh, that stove just drinks it. Woo, gone. It's coming out the jets. There we go. I think we're good there. See? Still taking it. Still taking some. I'll do one more fill up. Actually, let's get my ferrocerium rod ready. All right. How much? Now we can top this up again. It's holding a little bit of methyl hydrate in the top. So we'll just top that up. Do you see it coming out the jets? Now there's methyl hydrate in the bottom of the secondary can. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, ferro rod. Got a little bit of methyl hydrate on my hands. At least that smoldering bit of mess that came out of the Ohuhu stove can help with mosquito control. Here we go. Beautiful. First shot. Things are looking up. Now, I'm going to wait a second to put my Looney in. Oh no, I dropped my Looney. Shoot. This is getting ridiculous. How am I going to get that out of there? I see it. I got it out. Holy smokes. This is just fantastic. Am I ever learning a lot of things? Things I had no idea I was capable of. Okay. That's going to be hot now. There, I got it in there that time. Just move it around a bit. Alrighty, now we can get cooking. Let's put this on top of that. Now let's not put my face right on top of that. Now let's put this. Oh, look. I'm going to get rid of some of the liquid in this because I don't need it all now. I'd say my noodles are nice. Now, let's try that. Let's get cooking. Okay. How are we doing in here? Looking good. Lots of heat coming off there. Are my holes covered there? I think so. Oh, look, the stupid wood just went to flame. Would you look at that? Not ready for you now. Oh well, we're getting a head start on our fire pit. Right now he's doing mosquito control. I prefer you not blow right in my face, so let's put you back where you were. I don't want you going right into flame, though. This is a big gravel bar. There's no chance of that catching anything on fire. I will keep an eye on it, though, just to be sure. So now, this here stuff can go. Don't need my fire starter stuff anymore, I don't think. Goodness knows, though. Let's just leave it all here just in case. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna dump out some more of the water. My noodles are definitely done. I want that water out of there, as much of it gone as I can get, because I'm putting something else in there next. Oh, methyl hydrate stove. Why didn't I use you from the beginning? My apologies. I should have known. That's actually gasifying. I can see. Yep, I can see it gasifying. That's pretty cool. Okay, that's most of the water out of my noodles. Now what do I got? I got a bottle of moose meat that was sent to me, and I am gonna very graciously put this in with my noodles. I'm so thankful for this bottle of moose. It's not the only one I got, but it's the one I got right here with me now, so it's the best one I ever saw. Now let's get this off of here. That's sizzling. Stick that there for now. Now let's get this moose juice in here. And let's put the chunks of moose right to it. Obviously, bottled moose doesn't need to be refrigerated or anything. Okay, let's get that warming up. Ooh, that looks good. Stove's working just a treat now. Lovely. Yeah, a few minutes for that to heat up. Maybe soon we'll be eating something. Okay, so now I've made another adjustment to the stove. All I did this time was I took the top, the Ohuhu top off, got rid of that, and it seemed like, I don't know, it just seemed like my pan's not getting hot enough, so I took that off, put my crossbars on, and now we're back at her again. Hopefully this will start. Oh yeah, he's bubbling and boiling now. That's better. Much better. I'll let that go for a little bit. Because I still, now while that's going, actually, I'm going to get my tea on too. Because I got this all set up. So I might as well try to get a cup of tea out of this deal too, if I can. So let's get some water in my canteen cup. My really dirty canteen cup. It's got dirt and sand and everything in them. Let's get him cleaned up some. That's better looking. So now, let's get my teacup. My tea bag. My tea bag's gonna go in my cup. Perfect. I'm gonna zip lock that back closed. Okay. Now, what I'm gonna do, look, that's biling now. Ooh, that's dandy looking. Let that air off some. So now I don't want to take my tea bag out for a second. I don't want to boil more water than I have to because I don't know how long I got with that alcohol stove. So I'm going to measure out one of my mugs. Oops. And put that into my canteen cup. Add just a little more. There we go. It's all coming together now. That mousse looks lovely. Mousse and noodles. And put my teacup back in there for safe, or my tea bag in there for safekeeping. Teacup's there. So now I think we'll be doing the old switcheroo here. Oh yeah. Doesn't appear to be anything wrong with those mousse noodles there. I'm going to take those off right now and just put them there. Put the cover on them so nothing falls in them. Now I'm going to switch right up to boiling water for my tea. There we go. Things are improving greatly. Ah. Let's have a try of some mousse noodles. All right. I dare say my mousse noodles are nice and hot. I'm going to move this over here. It's been constantly shuffling this log around. There we go. That way I can see what's going on in my canteen cup. Let's take the lid off this guy now. Fork. Okay. I didn't bring anything to put this in because I planned on eating straight out of the pan. Wow, the noodles are super soft, which is great. I'm fine with that. It's very hot. Very, very hot. I imagine the mousse is very, very hot too. Ooh. Yep. I'm gonna have to let that cool off some before it's gonna be edible. It's way too hot right now. What a struggle. Tastes really good. Probably on account of the struggle to make it. That was my own fault though. It was wishful thinking that I'd be able to get a stick stick fire going in that Ohuhu stove. I knew how wet everything's been. Let's use this one. Look at that methyl hydrate stove, man. I've been nothing but impressed with that. I made it myself, paid nothing for it. I bought the methyl hydrate, and look at it go. Just lovely. It's got that canteen cup almost to a boil. So my tea is going to be ready here very soon. Awesome. And my moose noodles taste really good. I wish you could have a bite. Moose noodles at the Confluence camp. Been here all day long. What a beautiful day it's been so far. Old bug smoker's still smoking back there. I'm going to try to get that fire going once I'm done eating. I'll put it where this alcohol stove is. Put some birch bark to it, see if I can get it hot enough to actually start burning, drying stuff out as it burns. So I really want a campfire tonight, but it is what it is. I'll have what I can get, and that's all I'll get. Oh, I should be waiting for this to cool off, but I can't. It's too good. I mean, it's not like I'm hungry. I had quite a few blackberries there for lunch up at the blackberry bush, so I'm not starved or nothing, but this is tasty. I'm going to work away at this, get my tea finished up, and then I'll bring you back when I'm ready to do something else. Back in a minute. Oh, there we go. Moose noodles. Can't beat that, man. That was really good. So good. Okay. Now that we got moose noodles done, I'm going to switch gears and see if we can get a nice little campfire going. My methyl hydrate stove was able to bring my water to a boil while I was eating, so I got my cup ready. I got a tea bag steeping in there right now, so I'm going to get ready for some relaxation here and playing with a campfire. Get everything cleaned up though and out of the way. So the next steps are going to be dark coming on. It's just after 6 p.m. now, so I still got 2.5 hours thereabouts. I don't know when it gets dark, around 8:30, I guess. So, okay. Supper was a delight. Bit of a struggle, but well worth it. Okay, let's give this fire pit one more try. Listen to it snapping and stuff over there. Okay, I got wood over here. So, let's go this route. I got birch bark right there. I got fine stuff that should burn easily. once this fire pit, I should say, still got the stove on my mind. Once it gets going, it should be pretty good. That's the birch bark taken right off. Give me a bunch of these little sticks. That were intended for the ohuhu, but it was a no-go. I'm not saying this is going to work either. But I sure would like to have a campfire tonight. Yeah, let's see what happens there now. Either way, my tea is made. I got a nice place to sit. And we'll see how it goes. Oh, that's looking good to me. That's looking like that's going to burn. Perfect. I was going to bring my fire pit with the grill that goes on top of it. I was like, nah, I don't need that. I got the ohuhu stove. I should have known, it being so wet lately, that I would need a decent sized fire to be able to dry out the wood I'm trying to burn. Oh well, all's well that ends well. That's why I brought 2 methods of cooking with me. Beautiful, beautiful evening. Once that gets up and running good, there'll be a lot less smoke, hopefully. It's going to get dark down in here a lot quicker than it is up on top. I'm down in this little brook valley, so that's all right. Good strong cup of tea. Now we play this game where I have to move around out of the smoke all night. Oh well, I'll do what I gotta do. Have a few more tries after supper, I guess, eh? Why not? Haven't seen a single fish all day. Sometimes I just like watching how the fly floats downstream. I gotta say, I'm digging the telescopic fly rod. Homemade. I had the telescopic rod. I just took the spinning rod off it and put a fly rod on it. For in around brooks and stuff, right? I'm not trying to cast very far. I would like to catch a fish on it though. That's all. See how it works then, right? Maybe right now we'll get our chance. That fly just dances across the water. Love it. Well, what do you know? Looks like we got a campfire going too. Very nice. This is great. I got here basically at shortly after 7 this morning. I've been really enjoying myself. This little rod is tricky to cast, but whatever. It's functional. It's all that matters to me. Oh, that's a nice cup of tea. Ooh, that's hot. Ooh, it dripped on my knee. I think it's supposed to cool down nice tonight. Something like 14 degrees. Should be real nice in the tent. I wasn't sure. I've been wanting to bring the hammock. No, I think I've got a couple trees there that I could run the hammock from. I mean, the tent fits in so perfect, though. Right? I pretty much figured it would fit in just like that, and I got lucky and it actually does. So, really happy with the tent, how it's pitched. I was just finishing off my tea, and I heard wing beats, and out of nowhere, a great blue heron, I believe, flew right up the brook, and it landed on the rock bar behind me. So I'm sneaking up now to try and see if we can see it. It saw me. I spoke to it when it flew by. I'm going to just be quiet now and see if we can see this thing. It might already have flown off again, I don't know. Oh, there it is. I see it, but it sees me. There it goes. It's flying up the brook. Oh, it saw me. Shoot. Was that ever cool? It came flying right in front of me, low, about head high, and I spoke to it, and it landed right there. Oh, that was so cool. Wow, there we go. Final improvement for today, I'd say, is one more cut piece of log. I was sitting here, putting my stuff on the ground, put my gloves on the ground, my gorilla pod on the ground. I thought, wait a minute. In the morning, wouldn't it be nice when I make coffee to have something to put my stuff on, my cup and all that? So off I went back up the trail, across the brook, back up the trail, grab another cut log, and now I've got a nice little end table. I think that's all the improvements I need to make for today. I'm just sitting enjoying the evening. Quiet. We must be right on the flight path tonight. I've had multiple jets fly over. But other than that, there's a road up on top of the hill over that way. So I do hear the occasional truck go by. But they're few and far between. There's plenty of silence to be had. Well, not silence because the brook is laughing along right beside me here, but we can accept that. That's not really noise, is it? The brook trying to tell me its story. All I gotta do is listen. Beautiful evening. I'm just chilling. Gonna continue to chill until it's time to get in the tent. I'll probably bring you back then unless I see something interesting. All right. What a lovely evening we've had. Sitting by the brook, looking at the fire. Does not get much better than this, I don't think. It's just coming on full dark there now. It's not super late. It's only about 8:45, I'd say. But it's getting a little bit damp, so I'm going to get in the tent, hang out for a while. Maybe write in my book. And then try to get some Z's. And hopefully we'll get a good sleep. And get up in the morning and get a coffee. That's the plan anyway. Let's see how she goes. Anyway, I'll crawl in now. You'll probably hear from me again before I go to bed. Well, it's about 10:15, I guess. 10:15 p.m. I've been in the tent for an hour and 15 minutes. I wrote in my book, documented today's activities, and I'm getting sleepy, so I'm probably going to turn in. I think I'm going to get out of the tent one more time to use the bathroom, and then I'm going to crawl into my nice warm sleeping bag. It's chilly out. It's definitely chilly. A little bit damp. So I'm glad I got a sleeping bag to curl up in. Anyway, that's all for tonight. We'll see you in the morning. Night, night. All right. There we go. Gorgeous. Well, it appears I've made it through the night completely unharmed. Oh, I actually had a really good sleep. Not bad at all. I woke up. I think I was asleep by around 10:30. The first time I woke up, it would have been around I don't know, 2:40 in the morning, I guess, the first time I woke up. And man, it was good. Just a usual wake up. I think I might have got up and used the bathroom, I'm not sure. And then back to sleep, and I slept till pretty much just now. It's around 6:30 in the morning. The sun's just coming above the trees there. Next 10-15 minutes it'll be up. So, wow, amazing. I take a moment just to look at and thank, pump some gratitude at the ancient birch tree behind me there for allowing me the privilege of sleeping within its zone of protection. That was wonderful. Beautiful, beautiful. So, I think I'm just going to get packed up and head out, head back home. I've had a lovely bit of time here at the Confluence. So, I was going to make coffee, but I think I'll wait till I get home. I mean, I'm not far from home. I'm within 15 minutes of home. So, 15 minutes of walking to get out of where I'm at. Another 10, 12 minutes to home, right? I'm not far. And that's really the key with doing this stuff. Pardon me. You don't have to go very far. These little spots exist right around you. You just got to get out and find them. So anyway, wow, thinking deep first thing in the morning. I'm going to start gathering up, puttering around, cleaning up, and then I'm going to make my way out. So we'll bring you back once I've made some progress or if anything interesting happens. Beautiful night. There was one thing that I'm willing to talk about now, I would say. So last night, right as it was getting dark, I was down on the gravel bed down there, gravel bank, right at the confluence, watching my little fire go out in my fire pit, and I didn't say anything at the time. I got some footage of me shining my flashlight upstream, but I saw something, and it kind of freaked me out a little bit. So it was, I think I know what it was, and I don't think it was a bear. There was something just upstream, walking along the edge of the stream bank on the other side of the brook. Not that the brook's big, right? But anyway, the way this thing was moving down it was completely silent. I didn't hear it, I saw it. I caught the movement, is what drew my attention to it. But anyway, it was walking along the edge of the bank there, and then it tucked into the alders. And I tried to get the camera on it, tried to get the flashlight on it. And I will admit now that it's light out again, it freaked me out a bit. I think it was a fisher, but don't take that with a grain of salt, let's say, because I've never seen a fisher in the wild. I know they exist around here. I've seen some evidence of something around here that isn't a bear. But anyway, that freaked me out a little bit, seeing that. And you know what? I almost bailed. I'm glad I didn't. I kind of, my mind wanted me to get scared and just walk out of it, right? Leave everything and go. And I wasn't into that. So I defeated my mind, let go of the fear that, I mean, really, what's a fisher going to do to me? I moved my bag so that it was further away from my tent, because I had it hung right here, and if anything was trying to pull on my bag, it might end up dancing on my tent. So, defeated my mind, got in my tent after a few more minutes. I didn't hear anything. And then just wrote my book, and I found while I was writing in my book, speaking loudly every once in a while made me feel really comfortable, right? Just speaking as if someone else was here, speaking to the tree, right? made me feel super comfortable. And, you know, I told myself that even if it was a fisher, he's just going about his business. He's just making a living. So, right? So anyway, I'm really glad I didn't bail. It's a beautiful morning. I'm going to slowly start getting gathered up and head her for home. So I've had a really great time. So I'll bring you back once I'm packed up. Oh, my cheap. Well, not even cheap. I paid nothing for it. My old outbound tent. Oh, I should have zippered the door up before I. Oh well. No biggie. I'm gonna have to open them up and shake them out after I get home because I got a bit of dirt inside them off my boots. Get some dirt on the bottom of them. Perfectly dry. He might have been free, but he was good shelter for me. Okay, there we go. That is camp broke down. All I'm leaving is a bit of a depression where I slept and tracks. I'm going to leave that little bit of split wood there in case somebody else comes along and wants to have a fire on this gravel bar. And I'm sure I'll be back as well, so that'll be there for next time. A lot of gratitude for the ancient birch tree letting me sleep under it last night. That was awesome. All right. Let's get these packs on and make my way. Okay, let's start with the converted duffel bag. Let's see if I can get that on my back. I gotta loosen the arm straps first. Let's see how she goes. It would suck to blow the stitches out of this right now. Now I get my. Oh, that's in the duffel. There we go. Yeah, I got my old chest strap here. I'm gonna try to get that locked in before I stay right now. Someone gave me this pinch strap. As soon as I saw it, I thought, man, that's gonna make a wonderful chest strap for my duffel bag. Make sure he's riding nice and high. That's about as tight as I'm getting him. All right. Now the haversack. Haversack's going to stay kind of right here and gives me a fancy armrest anyway. You guys very straight there? No. Camera looks to be a bit crooked. Let me check it. That's all right. Okay, folks. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the Confluence Camp solo overnighter, sleeping under an ancient birch tree. Good vibes, man. I saw some things. I saw some really amazing things. I had a wonderful time. I saw a blue heron fly through at head height and land just downstream. It was amazing. I spoke to it. I tried to get it on video after. He flew away. I don't think I captured it. We'll see. I saw a flock of chickadees came in early in the day, hung out with me for a while. That was amazing. And I'm pretty sure I saw it might have been a bear, but I think the way it was moving, its head was moving, and the way the tail looked really weird, looked very thick and long for a tail. I think I saw a fisher cat right after dark, just upstream, just as it was coming on full dark. So, stuck it out though. Spent the night anyway. Had a lovely sleep. And now it's time to go. So, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the video. And I hope to see you on the next one. So, oh, and remember folks, you'll never see anything if you don't go look. Bye for now.